Over to you.
Uh, Good evening, everyone. Once again, I'm happy to be here. Can you all hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, Tosin,
Yes,
Tosin, I can
yes.
hear you, Tosin.
Yes, I can hear you. This guys, yeah, I
Thank
can
you
hear
very
you.
much. So my name is Awoluwa Tosin, and I'm happy to be here to be able to share my experience with everyone. So I'll just start by saying late last year or early last year, I started the process of applying because I was already tired with applying for jobs here in Nigeria. Already got into some like final stages like NNPC, Sterling, and so many of them. I could not just make that jump into getting a final offer and stuff like that. So I was already like getting tired of applying to different jobs within Nigeria. And I was like, okay, let me just apply for my PhD and masters or PhD within the US or UK, and then just try to leave the country. And I did get some offers, some masters offers, some partial scholarship and stuff like that. But then my brother prevailed on me to chill a bit and try to apply for jobs, or even if I get like a sponsored, uh, to try and get like a fully funded PhD, or at the same time apply for jobs within the UK. And probably that one would, come true rather than just go for another master's. And so because of that, I decided to, chill a bit and start applying. I started, the first application I did was with Procter and Gamble within Poland, where my friend is. He works with them. So I started with that, and I remember I got to the final stage, went through like three different stages thereabouts, and got to the final stage, and I still didn't get that one. Also, I did Accenture. I remember also doing Accenture, and I went through the Black Consultancy Thesis, which was like a program whereby you have like it's an opportunity for blacks within the UK and also outside within the country, all over the world, but specifically for black folks. So I did that also, and I got into the program. I remember going through the essential phase, getting to the final interview stage, and to the assessment center. I went through the assessment center also, and I felt I had a very good chance, but at the end of the day, I also didn't get that. So in between all that, I got a job, a mentorship job here in Nigeria, and I just decided to go with that, the Ike Foundation. And while I was doing that, while I planned to start that, I applied for Accenture again. Because for Accenture, you can apply after 6 months. You can take another one after 6 months. So I decided to reapply again for Accenture, and then I went to the Black Consultancy Thesis. And then this time around, the first stage was like the pre-assess. No, the first stage, the application process. Then after you get through the application process, you go through the assessment, online assessment, when you have situational judgments, verbal and numerical, depending on the company you're applying to. But they are mostly within the three. And then after I went through that stage, I got into the program, and then I went to the assessment center and got my offer. After a few, I think 2 or 3 weeks there, I got the call that scaled through. In between getting the call for Accenture, just shortly after getting the call for Accenture, I had initially also applied for Barclays earlier. I've gone through the application process and also done the online assessments, which, like I said, you have like XGT, situational judgment tests, and numerical questions relating to finance and go. So I had also done that, and then I was in the office one day and I saw a mail. You've been scheduled for your assessment center, your final assessment center. So I just prepared, had to schedule that one to another week because I was quite busy at work. And I took that, and after that was very fast. After like a week, I think a week or 2 weeks, a week and some days or so, they got back to me and they give me. They said I was offered. They gave me an offer, and they told me it was fully funded. They'll be sponsoring my visa, and they took care of all the processes. And currently, I'm through with like most of the processes for Barclays, and so they are like handling everything from your visa processing to down to everything that you need, uh, to everything that you need down to the details. They are like taking care of everything, and so that was how I was able to get offers. But I think I'll speak basically on some of the things that I think have been lessons for me through the process. One is having a supportive community. My brother brought me into the group. That's the jobs and opportunities. Oh, okay. For the position I applied for Barclays, I applied for technology analysts at the Knoxford. That's like the Barclays Technology Campus. It's just 40 minutes outside of Manchester. Then for Accenture, I applied for consulting. Well, depending when you apply for consulting and you get into when they give you an offer, they'll send in a something like a form to fill, like a Google form or thereabout for you to fill. So depending on the skills you tell them that you possess, that's when they will now tell you, okay, maybe they will now put you into whatever whatever suits the kind of experience you have. Okay, regarding my experience, my background experience, I have a degree, a bachelor's in zoology. I have a master's in zoology. I have an MBA, and then apart from that, uh, I've worked in non-governmental organizations like VSO, Leadership Development Institutes, as project manager. And I've also worked with a technology firm here in Ilorin, Hamdala Computer Consult, as a IT personnel. Uh, and also currently, because I'm currently about to resign, I work in the High Gimokede Foundation as a consulting intern and also as a mentee of High Gimokede. That's the co-founder of Access Bank. I'm a mentee of him. So that's like my background profile that I have, and I think, like I said, the some of the things I've learned over the past 1 year is some of the lessons I've taken is one is having like a very supportive community. I joined the group because my brother pulled me into the group, and then I saw people get offer. Even when I also applied, like I said, I did Accenture first, and I didn't get Accenture. But I spoke with people who got their own, and then they were able to offer resources, take me through, have time to like take me through some of the things that they asked them and how to go about it. I also remember having like different calls with my brother, taking me through how to attack, like how to attack some of the questions that they, from the angle to see some of those questions and how to answer them. I also had like a lot of resources from the community. People, just like how we are having this, we had like different Zoom call where people came on the call, jumped on the call, and then took us through the different process of how to scale through the both from the online assessments also to the assessment center. And those were like I said, a helpful or a supportive community was first. Then the second thing was being patient and persevering. Uh, I think for most people, it's not just only unique to me. For quite a lot of people, some people are lucky to get an offer with the first international company they are applying to or the first multinational they are applying. While some people like me will have to like had to go through like some rejections and stuff like that. Well, I think another thing is being persevere through it, not letting that discourage you. Because you fail some assessments, you pass some, sometimes it might even be from the first stage, from the online assessment, that they will not like some people will not proceed, but some things like that should not discourage you, because I also faced that, but I was able to persevere through all that. Another thing I think also is I learned also was preparation. There's nothing once you prepare very well for those assessments, and there are a lot of resources online. And once you prepare very well for those assessments, for the assessment center, you stand a very good chance of getting the opportunity. And I think overall, the major one I would say that stood out for me was having like a lot of supportive community here on the groups, jobs and groups opportunity. So I was able to speak with different people. People shared resources, shared time. When I was about to take Barclays, I remembered reaching out to a lot of people, Kingsley, a lot of Inyun. I reached out to Inyun, and my brother also set me up with some people that worked previously there. So I spoke with them, and then they shared this is how you should go about it. This is how you should do. This is what you should not do. These are like the main things you should know. These are the questions you should be expecting. Is it a competency? Is it strength? Things like that. And I took all those advice. I practiced and read them over again, checked the websites to ensure that I was not missing out on any details. And that was how I was able to get those opportunities.
Thank you very, very much, Tosin. That was a very thorough and in-depth explanation. So I'll be calling on Ayomide, but just some few things that I just want to highlight from Tosin's story is the fact that Tosin, I know you said you had a lot of experience, but the two roles you've gotten so far, they are not even your major degree. So I know you studied zoology, you did masters in zoology, you did undergraduate in zoology, and now you got like technology analyst and management consulting roles. So one thing I noticed with the UK job market is that they don't really what the basis. Sorry. Please, can you mute?
Ayo, you can mute them from your side.
Yes, I'll make you co-host so that you can also help me mute them while I'm talking.
Okay.
Yeah. So so one of the things I noticed is that one of the things I noticed with Tosin, with a lot of UK markets is that they don't really look at what you study, because most of the roles Tosin, Ayo, and Dami will be talking about are entry roles. They only look at, do you have basic certification, which is like your undergraduate certificate, which is widely recognized from either Nigeria or you obtain it anywhere in the world. Then it's more of all those assessment process that really matters. And to be honest, for me, when I was applying to jobs, so I failed a lot, right? But I persevered through it. And that's similar to a lot of people you hear on this group, right? That a lot of people, will fail one. Some people, I know one of my friends got it on his first try, Larry, but some people also have faced a lot of setback, but they persevered. One thing we try and do within the community is post jobs that sponsor, and then give you enough resources, on how to pass it. And even, for example, some people will message me, I won't have time to train them. I'll recommend them to other people that have done those assessments and passed, and they'll be able to train them. So please utilize that community. So I'll be calling on Ayo. Ayo's story is quite different.